1983. So the roots date back from 175 years. It's a very old company, right? Now, when it has operations across the world, around 20 countries, and which includes USA, right? And here we know it as Transamerica. So many of you might, who have gone to San Francisco, they might have seen the tallest building, right? That is basically, this is the Transamerica building. So that is how many people also know about Transamerica. There are broker dealers. Now, regarding me, I'm a civil engineer. I came to US in 1998 and started my career in computers. So if you see, there is no relation between my what I did my engineering and to what I was doing here, right? Now, working with companies like LMA, Freddie Mac, and Booz Allen Hamilton in my 22-year history. And my passion is into stocks and options back from India. So I have the financial knowledge. I don't say that I don't have it. And we were stockbrokers and into stocks finance from my childhood, and always looking to learn something new. So I learned a lot of lessons. Everyone might have involved at least once in the stock market. It's a very manipulative market because wherever you have real money involved, so there is a lot of manipulation going on, right? And but you can beat that just by following the rules and controlling your emotions. It's doable, but you need to follow a couple of things. My WFG journey, so in September 2018, that is when I joined WFG to pursue my passion into securities business. Then in Jan 2019, that is when I passed my SIA exam. So the push-up came from that exam, but it took me a lot of time to pass my Series 7, which was there are a lot of changes going on with the examination. So it took me some time to pass that. Then I passed my VA license in 2019. So passed my Series 63, then 2019. Then that is when, because you need to have a license to do any business in this country. Not only this, any type of business you wanted to do, you should have a license. Now, this is are the licenses required to help people. Now, we need life license for doing fixed products, and variable products you need Series 7, 63, and SI. Now that is when I started in Jan 2020 helping the people, because once I have my licenses, then I was promoted to associate in Jan 2020 and promoted to senior associate Feb 2020 and MD to March. And then it took me some time to promote SMD because so everything is not that easy, right? So we need to work hard. So, and this is all my part time. So I was working for Booz Allen as a computer engineer. Now this is a part time. Now 720, I got promoted to SMD. Then I earned once you're an SMD, you can start earning from once you have a license, but the real earnings started from 720 where I was, till then I earned 50K. I was a watch earner for 50K. Then 10 2020, I got my 100K ring earner. Then 12 2020, I have 250K ring. Then I was qualified also for TFA Allied Producer Circle for year 2020. Then in August 2021, I had my 500K ring. It was difficult because every month the points roll over. So you need to have the consistency to succeed here. So that is that was achievable, and I could achieve my goal of 500K on August 2021. So even recent TFS summit, so they announced me as a top personal production too. Then you should have a goal to accomplish whatever you're trying to do. So here now, my goal, the future goal, what I had in mind is to become an EMD by June 2022. And I want to be a 1 million ring earner by June 2022. You can see my rings given by WFG and Transamerica, 100, 250, and 500. So as of today, what I have achieved, my book of business consists of more than 60 million in VULs and more than 10 million in IULs and around 7 million in IRS. So around 2 million in variable annuities. So 2 times I was qualified as a Hawaii for Hawaii. So I'm very thankful to my whole team who helped me, and mainly my buddies Kishore Tubati and Raghu Todaya in helping me to achieve my goals. So you need some push, right? It's not the individual you can't do by yourself. So without them, I will not be here. So when it comes to the finances, what we have met today, right? So the need for money management. So everyone is earning, you have money, but do you know how to manage the money by yourself at least, right? So what people are talking today, the market fluctuations, globalization, increased debt, decreased value of a dollar, rising interest rates, increased cost of living. So as you see, everyone is talking recently about the inflation, 5%, right? Now 6% inflation, 5% inflation. Now what is happening every year? You're working. Now end of the year, you got an increment. So what is the increment? Maybe 2%, 3%. But are they at least matching the inflation? No. That means you're in a loss, right? So you're working for the whole year. You're getting 3% increment or 2% increment. Inflation is 5%. Assuming 3% the highest increment also, you're losing 2%. That is not good, right? So everyone is looking for other opportunities, alternatives other than the job, part-time or full-time, whatever it is. Now, aging population without adequate savings. You see many people in this country are month to month. So they live month to month. They don't have money when they retire. That is a difficult, especially in this country. It is very, even to think without money how to live your retirement life is very difficult, right? And you have a domestic and foreign debt crisis. Here only you can see in US, we are printing money and distributing it. Now, where will they get it back? From us only, right? It will be back to you. It's a burden to you. Now, so financial planning. So this is where we need to involve our finances into. Now, what are the main goals? So there are two types of occurrences, right? People, they protect yourself if you die too soon. Now, what happens if something happens to you tomorrow, you're driving or whatever it is, no one can predict tomorrow. So even next minute, we don't know what happens. Now, there are some things you need to protect your family. So you as a parent, now you need to protect your family. You as a head of the household or whatever you are in a situation, you need to protect your family. Now that is when you protect yourself, thinking that what if something happens to you. Now another thing is protect yourself when you live too long. So you might have planned only your finances only until 75 years. Now what if you are living till 85? What if you are living till 90? Now it all depends on the climatic conditions, your genes, and how many years you live. You can't decide when you wanted to die, right? So that is not in our hands. Even if you can, you can't. So only thing, what is the solution? You need to plan. Now for planning, you have finances. You are earning. Now, are your finances are going the right way? So do you have any plan? What are your goals? Did you plan anything? Or you're just going with the flow? So will it work? Might not, right? So people will know only when they face it. That is not the solution. Solution is you need to plan ahead so that your finances are growing at least to beat the inflation, right? Now, if you're putting your money in the banks, are you getting anything? You're not getting anything. Now, inflation is growing. You're not getting anything. So where are your how do you see your finances stay? They deplete, right? They do not grow. You need to make sure that how to grow them in a better way. So we are in a crossroads. We have inflation, race, taxes, health, a lot of things. Now you started your life, you bought a car, house, you have kids. Now you both, mom and dad, raising your kids, your debts are increasing. Now what is your goal? How to reduce your debts, right? How to protect yourself from all these stop signs. Now you as a financial advisor, now so we need to make sure, not only as a financial advisor, as a parent yourself, you need to think how our finances can grow and help the right way. Now, when it comes to the financial industry, especially in this country, now it's all highly regulated. So what do you mean by regulation? That means you are responsible for what you do. There will be audits, a lot of things going behind the scene. You can't do whatever you want because it's the finances, right? So they need to protect. So what there are three types here: securities, insurance, and banking. Now, when it comes to securities, we talk about stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Now, who is the regulator here? Who is managing behind the scenes? We have a regulator, which is you might have heard about SEC, FINRA. So these are all the regulators for securities, anything related to securities. Now, another thing is banking. So we have Federal Reserve, we have heard about it. So through the banking system is a savings, checking, CD, HLOC, etc. There are many things related to banking. So the Federal Reserve is the regulator. Now, when it comes to insurance, so you have auto, home, health, life, and annuity. So everybody, this is a common, right? Every month you need to pay auto insurance, you need to pay home insurance, you need to pay health insurance. This is a deduction from your earnings. Now, who will take care of all this? Each individual state. So this is coming, the insurance is coming under each state. Securities is coming under the federal, SEC and FINRA, and the banking is the federal. Now, what are the family financial needs? So everyone, when you have a salary end of the month, now what you say, okay, let me put some money into emergency fund. Why? If something happens to your job, at least you should have some buffer, right? Maybe 2, 3 to 6 months. But is the buffer earning any money? Are there any products available to earn better than banks? Obviously, there will be, but you will not know. So what people do, they just put the money in the bank, right? So even though it is a buffer, now there are ways you can increase the value for your money. Now mortgage, so everyone has a house. They have a down payment, maybe fixed or adjusted. So a 15 or 30 years. So you decide which is best for you. Now we'll discuss more in detail that one. Education fund. Now you have kids. Now you plan for 529 plan. So then you have retirement plans. Then we have health insurance, disability insurance, life insurance, long-term care, estate planning. Now looking at all this, is there any money left with you? So, or is there any right way to plan the money that you are saving? That is called as the saving, right? Now, where are you putting? So, there are many ways. So, before we go into the products or anything, there are some few things you need to understand in the financial industry. Many of you might know, which is Rule 72. So, what does it tell is what is the percentage of return you are getting based on the interest? So, for example, you have invested your savings into some products. Now you are getting 4% interest. Okay. Now you're getting 6%, you're getting 8% and 12%. So it may be any range. Now assuming 4%, now you started at age 29. So how many years it takes to double your money? 10,000 becomes 20,000 in 18 years. So the simple rule is 72 divided by what is the percentage of return you are getting. So basically you can calculate, okay, I have 100K in my bank. I saved it for my kids or whatever you wanted to do it for, whatever goal you have. But is it growing? So if you're putting in a bank, you can see it doubles your money in more than 70 years or 100 years, right? So it all depends. But is that the right way? Now you're looking, okay, let me get something. Someone said, okay, they'll give 4% guarantee. Now, what is the 4% return? Your money is growing 10 in 18 years, right? So similarly like that, if you calculate, now at 4% by the time of 65, why everyone point 65 is that is usually the retirement age. So as per IRA, the rule is, so for example, if you want to retire, the IRS rule says 60 years is what you can start get retirement. That is when Social Security starts, or a 401k can be taken without penalty. Now, usually people prefer, they say, okay, I can work for 5 more years. Why should I retire early? Let the money grow. So they select 65 is the age, common age. Now at 4%, you invested 10,000 in 29th year. Now it grew to 40,000. Now the same thing at 12%. Now it is growing to 640,000. There is a lot of difference between the interest, right? 4, 6, 8, and 12. Now, how much you are getting, especially in this country, what they directly relate to the bank. So what is the bank giving? less than 1%. Now people are searching what are the better ways. Most of the clients I have, I know they go into stock market. Is the stock market too risky, right? If you don't have any knowledge, you play in stock market, you may lose money. So that is not the way you have to invest. Maybe you can, but maybe only a percentage, right? Now, the next thing you need to know in this industry is dollar cost average. So why it is very helpful? Because all the money goes to the stock market, the investment. So doing as a lump sum investment or dollar cost averaging is better. So that is something you should know. The strategy you should know, because what is better is what you need to understand. So you have money, okay, let me put that into stock market. You assume that I have $600, you invest lump sum at a time. Now, $600 when you started investing lump sum, it was $100. You bought some fund or a stock which is $100. Now $600 you invested at 100. Now every month it was either going down up. It can go anyway, but in this example, you see it's coming down and going up. But after 6 months, now the price is $50. You bought at 100, you invested 600, you are at a loss, 50% loss, right? Now the same thing, if you divide this into 6 parts, each month 100. Though you have $100, what you're doing, you're trying to divide that into 6 segments. Each segment $100 invested at $100 first month. Now second month is 50, 25, 20, 25, 50, because it is moving up. Now end of the 6th month, now if you see the average, now what is happening, because you bought 1 unit, 2 units, instead of 6 units at a time, you bought how many total? 18 units, right? So you're ending up with a $300 gain rather than $300 loss. That is the dollar cost averaging, because it's averaging your price. So when should I save money? This is also very important. Many people do not know. So what they do when they out of college, we can talk about our kids only or ourselves. When we are out of college, when you are young, no one wants to know about the finances. So what they want, okay, I'm earning, let me buy a luxury car. Now, what is the value of that car after 10 years? It's $2,000. You paid $70,000, for example, to buy a Tesla. Now, after 10 years, the value might be $10,000 because of the depreciation, right? Now, is it a right investment? Maybe it is giving you a luxury, but that is not a real investment, right? But maybe something like you can see what is that? People call it time as a money, right? What is the rate of return? Maybe 8%. Okay. Now you started investing at age 26. Now you are out of college, you got a new job. You at least started, okay, let me put $2,000. You can buy a luxury car, that's okay, because you are still not married, no kids and nothing, you're saving. But where are you putting your saving? Maybe $2,000 you're saving at the rate of 8% somewhere. Now you paid for 10 years. So how much you paid total? $20,000. You contributed $20,000 at the age 26. Now at age 65, at the rate of 8% compounding, it grew to 314,000. Now same thing, instead of starting at 26, you waited a couple of years, 10 years, and started at 36. Now 36, you started 2,000 instead of only 10 years. You have paid the $2,000 savings for until 65. That is the retirement age. Now, how much you saved? You thought, okay, I saved $60,000. I should get more money, right? Now, the same calculation, what is you're getting? 244. So that you see the difference, how much it is. So that is the reason people call it time is money, right? Now, where to save money? Tax minimization. Now, where are you saving the money? There are 3 ways you can save: tax now, tax later, and tax free. So what is tax now? Checking account, savings, CD, stock, and mutual fund. So you're putting money anywhere here. Why it is in red color? Mainly because you are paying taxes end of the year. Now tax later is you are investing. When you take the money to use it, you pay taxes like 401k, 403b, IRA, SEP IRA, annuity, pension, social security, investment property. This is good. Why we are putting that in yellow color? That is good. At least you're not paying taxes right now, but you will pay taxes later on. But what is tax free? Now, Roth IRA is a tax free. But is everyone eligible for Roth IRA? I don't think so, right? Based on how much you earn, the family income. Now, that is when your they'll see if you're eligible or not. So Rath IRA, even with the new tax policy, they wanted to remove the backdoor Rath IRA. Many people are not happy with that, but it is going to happen soon. Now 529 plans for kids education. So there are many advantages, disadvantages. That is why we need to understand what those products are. Now 7702, what are they? Why are they hotly sold products? Right? Like IUL, VUL, whole life. So these are good products. Whatever, why you're in green? Because it's a tax free. You should have in your when you diversify your finances. For example, in a month, after all your expenses, you have $2,000. Now, how you are distributing your $2,000? What products? Are you putting everything in the stock market? That is not the right way, right? Now, only when it hits you in reverse, it will know the pain. You'll know the pain. So you don't want to know that. So for that, what you do, you diversify. Okay, one product will help you if something is wrong with the other product, right? You put maybe $1,000 in stock market. $1,000 you put it in a tax-free income products. Now, if something happened to your stock market account, your tax-free income is maybe it's growing. It is helping you to protect, right? So there are very advantages of these products, but you should know what exactly they are. Now, many people ask, what is the best 15-year loan or 30-year loan? This is a common question we get as a financial advisors. Now, what is the best 15-year, 30-year, right? So are there any different ways we can invest? So let us see one example. So you have a house, you bought a house. Now, it is a 500K. So you took a loan of 500K. Maybe 600K, you put 20% down payment and 500K is the loan. So 15-year and 30-year is what you are trying to decide. So 15-year looks so very appealing, 2.25%. 30-year is 2.75%. Now, which one should I go? Now, when you decide on a 30-year, it is cheaper because you're extending that loan to 30 years. Now, in this case, when you calculate at 2.75%, you are paying $2,041, right? So for 30 years, you are committed to pay $2,041. Now, if you think of 15-year, it is coming to $3,275.42. This is what the calculator gave me. Now, what is the extra you are paying between 15 and 30 year? $1,234. So if you pay extra $1,234 to your 2041, you complete the payment in 15 years. So is it a good way? Is there any other way where you can save some extra? So what is happening here? You pay 2041 per month on a 30-year loan, and the total balance left after 15 years is 300K. Now the calculator says, okay, now you paid for 15 years. Now what is left after 15 years? 300K is left. So that is what you are continuing to next 15 more years, right? Now, if you can invest this 1234 into a different product, so maybe assuming you get a 7.33% return here. So one is, we call it as a IUL, it's an Index Universal Life without any market risk. So any investments has to go to stock market for better returns. It goes because, see, for example, you pay a Geico insurance for your car. Now, what happens when you pay $50 per month? Out of $50, 50% is going to stock market, 50% is going to expenses. Now, they invest all the money that has pooled into stock market. You pay home insurance. Even that, not everything is put somewhere. It's again going to stock market. Pension plans, everything is directly linked to the stock market, finally, right? So here also it is linked, but the product says, okay, without any market risk, you may get better return than banks. That is called, they call it as the IUL, Index Universal Life. So this person interested to look into IUL and VUL. VUL is a variable universal life, but you have a market risk. So whenever you do not want to take a risk of the market, so there is some cash, you need to pay some fees, right? Because you're asking for peace of mind. Now, whenever you want to take the risk, the more risk you take, more returns you get, right? So this is, they call it as a VUL, variable universal life, right? Now here, end of 15 years, the cash value shows at the rate of 7.33% return, now 314,000. So that means you have 314,000 in your account. If you had, the assumption is you got 7.33% return. Now here in VUL, because there is no fees, you have 344,000, but there is a lot of risk involved. So is your suitability pointing towards a risk or safety? That is individual basis, right? Now, in this case, what happened? Investing this 1234 extra into a cash value product, and our cash value end of 15 years is, for example, 344. So after paying off the loan balance of 300, now you have a gain of 43,000, and also free insurance of 844. Within these 15 years, if something happened to you because you cannot predict the future, now your kids are getting a tax-free income of whatever for that age the death benefit is. So that means you are getting that free of cost, and also you gain something. So is it the right way? But many people ask, oh, will I get 7.33? What is the guarantee? Because there is no guarantee anywhere. Anywhere in the financial market, there is no guarantee. The reason why there is no guarantee, because they cannot predict the future. So what the regulators say, you cannot use the word guarantee in financial products except the banks, because you cannot predict the future. Now, but what we can do a back testing. So you do a back testing, okay, because people were living for years together, 100 years back. Now you can go back. There are tools available. You can go back to last 50 years and get the returns this fund is doing or whatever it is, right? See, for example, JP Morgan index. If you invested in this index, the last 10 years average is 10.85. If you have a 2-year segment, 1 year is 7.95, 10.27. So average what here we saw 7.33 return. Now, 10-year back average, you are getting more than 7%. So it is possible, right? That is the only thing you can do probabilities. It's not that guarantee. But there is a probability. So now you need to take at least little risk so that you can get better value to your money, right? Now, many people ask about the education fund and the financial aid. So this is very important because everyone have kids. Now, one thing everyone have to understand is, in this country, schooling is free. Now, schooling is free. Many people think, okay, I'm saving a lot of money because I'm not paying fees. So back in India, we have schooling is costlier than colleges. So the mindset of the people from India is that they think, okay, schooling will be here. There is no schooling, but they don't know what is the college fees. So when it comes to that point, they think, oh, it's too costly here in this country. It is not. So what is how they are? They decided this schooling is free, paying from your own taxes. So they want you to save this 12 years of schooling education to save in any of these products that were designed for the purpose, and you can use that for the college expenses. But people do not know; they don't have the financial knowledge. So they just wanted to go, okay, schooling is free. Let me I buy a Tesla, then it's over. Again, I buy one more Tesla or a new car. Then when the college fees comes, oh, this college fees is too costly. I can't afford. I'll go back to India. Right? That is not the way, right? Because they don't have a knowledge. So how it works here in private colleges, for example, if we take Princeton, it is 73,000. Cornell, these are all private or very costly. Public it all depends on which university it is. They are in state, out of state. Even in state, see, for example, I live in Virginia, University of Virginia. It is not that easy to get, even though if you are in state, it is not that easy to get admission, right? So definitely what you have to do, you have to go to out of state. If you don't get admission in your in-state, you are going to out of state. Of course, there are many colleges, but alternative is going to out of state, then you have to pay more fees. Now, you should think yourself, how many children do you have? Are you ready for it? If you have 2 children, assuming $50,000 in-state, $50,000 of expenses every year, 200K per kid, 2 kids is like 400K. Now, did you plan for it? You have savings, maybe $1,000 saving every month you are getting, but time is money. Now you are wasting your time. Now, how is your money growing? So people end up with taking loans. There are a lot of mess happening if you think at a later stage, right? Now, many people think there are a lot of scholarships. My kid will get some type of scholarship. So when you talk about scholarship, there are 2 types of scholarships. One is a merit-based scholarship. So it all depends on the good scores in SAT, ACT, and AP examinations. So there are awards and medals. This is very competitive when it comes to merit-based because you have limited and more people applying for it. So you should have a good score in SAT. and also in your GPA. Now that is how these merit scholarships work. Now there are so many people apply for need-based. So what are different types of need-based? One are grants. There's a lot of grants available. So people apply for that. But what is the amount? Amount is not that high, right? So maybe you get $5,000, $10,000, they apply. But what are the limitations there? There are a lot of limitations too when you apply, right? So there is a prerequisite conditions when you apply. Are you eligible for that or not? Then you have loans. So loans, there are subsidized loans from government. Now for that, the parents need to use surety. They will give. If you don't get loan for any reason, now you have to take a personal loan. So that is too costly. Now you can pay 10% interest. Now for a loan, 4-year loan, and if your kid will pay it off or no, we don't know, because you are the surety, right? The kids cannot be take as a surety. Now it is up to you. Now if your kid is not paying, you have to take the responsibility. Now that is how the surety works. But is it worth, right? Now work study. So many people, it all depends on individual. Our kids, we don't know if they wanted to work and study. If you wanted to support as a parent, now you need to pump in the money. So if they work in the college, but that will not fulfill the whole expenses. But these are available. Now, financial aid for students submitted to class of example here. Now, why we are getting this table is everyone thinks that if I'm earning more, I don't get any scholarship. It is not like that. Everyone is eligible, but how it works here is, if, for example, they call it as a cost of attendance. So here, how you get this 69,950? Basically, it is a tuition fees, the residential college fees, and the room and board. So here, total coming 69,950. So 69,950 is what the expenses per year. Now they look at your income. Your both wife and husband working. So maybe if you fall under 0 to 65,000, there are chances that your kid can get $71,000 scholarship, which will satisfy everything, right? So 69,000 is what you needed. Now, if they get 71,000, tuition plus college fees and room and board, that is enough, right? That is good. Now your kid got everything. You are saving a lot of money. But how many people are in this family income? That is one thing. Now, many people, if you look, mom and dad working, and if you are in this category, now there are still chances that you get 52,000 full tuition fees, or 91% tuition fees at 47,000. There are chances, right? And if people who think, okay, I can't get any, I'm making 250,000, I can't get a scholarship. It is not like that. You are still eligible, but very limited. At least like you may get 25,000. That might not be enough, but you are earning more. Maybe you have saved something else, right? Of course, you are earning more. They want to give more credit to people who are not earning, right? So how they calculate this financial need? So they calculate based on cost of attendance minus expected family contribution. So what is the expected family contribution? So here the goal is, if you have a financial knowledge, if you wanted to understand and you have a better investing of your finances, you should be trying to lowering your expected family contribution. So we call it as a EFC. What is the goal here now? Lowering EFC. Is it possible even if you are earning 250,000? Yes, it is possible, but you should know the ways. So what is the calculation for EFC? It is basically calculated as A is a parent's income. This is a formula. B, parent assets, student income, student assets. Now, parent income, you're working. Assets, where you invested, how it is growing. Student income, if the student is working, and is the student earning, right? Based on that, we have many calculators on Google. You can go and search and put your numbers and see what is your score. So you get a score, and what is the financial need now? Cost of attendance, which is the total cost, minus EFC. So what is your EFC? You have to find out. So you can't do it, I'll wait till my kid go to college and then find out, right? Because there are ways you can reduce the EFC. That is your goal, right? You need to know well ahead. Now, what is your EFC? How much I will be getting? So this is the research you have to do as a parent. Now, for example, imagine your EFC is 25,000. So you thought, okay, I put all the numbers. Now it is 25,000. Now at a school where COA is 50,000, the expenses are 50,000. Now, what is the need? Need you have 50,000 minus 25,000. It's very simple, right? So $25,000 is your financial need. Now, where are you getting this 25,000? That is a different scenario. Now, in this example, imagine your EFC is 55,000. So you are at a high level because you're earning more or investments are growing better. So the school expenses are now 50,000. Now, what is the how much financial aid you will get? $0 because you are exceeded the 50,000. So 50,000 is the COA. Your EFC is 55,000. Now, what is your goal now? Your goal is how to lower this EFC. Yes, there are many ways you can lower this 55,000 to 25,000. But do you know what they are? You need to plan. You need to plan. Your financial advisor will help you. So when anyone apply for a financial aid, so they have to fill this FAFSA form. So already people who kids are in colleges, they already know. People who are new, they will know that okay, they have to fill this. In this form, you will know they'll say what are the investments which are like real estate. If you have money, many people go for real estate investment. They buy a second house. Is it worth? Are there any other ways? Now, mutual funds are the stock options, stocks, bonds. So they invest in stock market, right? They invest in covered savings accounts, 529 accounts. So these are all basically negative. Now, what is the negative impact? The checking and savings account, stocks account, mutual fund, 529 investment property, residential home. Why there is a star means it's some colleges look into different way with the existing home you have. Now, but these are all the negative impact on your EFC. Now, how will it help? You can move. See, for example, most 90% of the people invest who do not have a financial knowledge, they invest in all these red accounts. So do they invest more into the green accounts? Maybe some do not have knowledge, they didn't know about it. By the time they knew, it was too late, right? So when your kid is going to college, if you think about these green products, it is not worth. If you know ahead about how it works, now maybe you can move some of these products into green products. Now how it is helping, even these green products are giving very good returns, better returns than all these red products, right? So that is what you need to plan. So what is 401k, IRA, Rath IRA, how it helps, what are annuities, how it helps, what are the returns, what is IUL, what is VUL, what are the returns are. You should try to understand those products because of the regulation and the suitability analysis put by the regulators to each individual. Now you cannot go directly and open an account. It's not like you're going to a bank and opening a bank account. You cannot do that. So it has to be go through the suitability analysis. That's why it has to go through broker dealers or agents. Now you can go directly, but you need to understand it, right? So what is your main goal here again? Lowering the EFC. So how we can lower? Moving all the red products into green products. Is it possible? Yes, but you need time. Time is money. So what are the widely sold products in this country? Now, every country is the same. Now, the products are different based on the country to country. The regulations are different. So now, when you are living in this country, now what you're looking for? You're looking for example, term life. Now, when you're looking for protecting your family, so why you need term life? Because if something happens to you tomorrow, now who will pay for the mortgage? Who will pay for the college expenses of your kids? That is the reason everyone should be protected. You're paying $10 per month for $1,000,000. Now that is good that the kid, your family is getting that $1,000,000. You're safeguarding your family, right? Now, whole life, it's a very widely sold product too. Many people, what they think is, as long as I'm getting better than banks, I'm fine. So that some people think I want more interest, but some people think 3% is also enough. Now that is when they go into whole life because there is a guarantee feature in the interest, what they give. But of course, there is a term life linked to it where you have tax-free earnings, but there is some fees there. So that some people might not like it. But it is a very, very widely sold product, which is called whole life. Then we talked about IUL, Index Universal Life. So there are, they call it as a hybrid product where they give like a guarantee like a bank where your money will never go negative. There is a floor of 0 to 1%. And the upside limit is 10 to 15%. So what that means, if the market goes down, as I told you, all the money goes into the stock market. The stock market goes up. So who is into stock market, they know the market is strong, right? If the market is strong, you get good returns. If the returns are good, The max cap here is 10 to 15%, mainly because you ask for a peace of mind, right? So it is like an investment with a cap plus term life. So everything has a term life. Now there is an investment part linked to it, but in a different ways, different strategies. Here in whole life, it's a fixed. UL, it is a 0 to 1% guarantee floor, and then upside is 10 to 15%. When it comes to VUL, it is unlimited returns based on fund performance plus term life. So there are some risky products also. As I said, it has to go through suitability. So if you're client or if yourself, if you look at yourself, you are into stock market. Now you are ready to take the risk. Now, when we talk about the 2% return, 3% returns, that is not hitting your mind. Now, but there are products designed to people who want to take risk. Now that is called variable universal life. So it has unlimited returns. If the market is strong, you may get even 30%, 40% return also. That was true last year also when the market was strong. Everyone was getting the 45 to 50% return if it was in a right fund. Right now, that is the risk is there. The more risk you take, more returns you get. So they have products similar to that, but that's suitability matches you. That is up to the individual. Now, fixed annuities, there are something called pension plans. Now, what are those annuities? Many people here, what they do, they work until 50 years, earn the money, so that money is put into these annuities. The reason is they want to have a regular income, just like how they are earning today. They want to have the regular income until their life when they don't have a job. When they retire, what is the meaning of retirement? They don't have a job. So when they don't have a job, where is the money coming from? From your savings. Now, where are your savings going? If you're in a bank, you don't get anything. If you are in annuities, for example, these products, they give you a pension. That is called a pension plans. Now, this pension is there for lifelong. What that means, even if your account becomes zero, because you are taking the money from your own account, the pension means they're giving that money from your own account. Even if it is zero, you're getting the pension lifelong. So these are very widely sold. But again, the strategies they are also invested in the stock market. Again, you have a 0% floor, but the max is 4 to 6% return. Now, if people are not interested in 4 to 6%, they go into variable annuities. So it has unlimited returns because it's a variable. Anything, when you hear the word variable, that means it is going to the stock market. Now, that means you can invest directly into the stocks. Instead of index, you can invest in any type of products, ETFs or funds, indexes, right? Now, the returns of these funds might be more. Maybe if you invested in QQQ, right, NASDAQ, it's very strong today. It's at the yearly peak. Now, returns might be more. You can take the full returns, but here there is a cap because of the guarantee. Here you are taking the risk, no guarantee, more returns. That again depends on if they are taxable and tax free. If you can move your 401k account to these products. If you move a Roth IRA, it is tax free. If you move an IRA, it is taxable. Now you can directly invest in the mutual funds directly itself, which is safer than stock market. Now, because investing in a stocks is very risky, so people go and invest in a fund because the fund is diversifying into multiple stocks, right? So the returns are based on fund performance and they are taxable. So 529 plans for kids education, savings and tax-free only if you use for education related expenses only. Okay, there are some conditions. So the insurance industry is evolving for a long time. We have term, whole life, universal life, variable universal and IUL. You can see the years they are existing. VUL existed from 1995, but many people do not know how it works. IUL existed from 1997. We are in 2021. Many people do not know. Now people are coming to know now how they help you. So these three products are only related to death benefit. This one is living benefit plus death benefit. Right? Now, what is 7702? So to design these products, now they have IRS has created a code 7702 because they are tax-free products. Everyone should have one tax-free product into their diversification. Now, tax-free products, there are not many. Whatever you see, tax-free products are whole life, IUL, VUL, and municipal bonds. So you don't have more products, right? So you get a lot of flexibility there. So what flexibility you have in 7702 products? You have family protection. Yes. You have asset protection. What that means, if someone files a lawsuit, especially in this country, it's very common. There are many people I have seen, they're waiting for an opportunity how and when to file a lawsuit. Now that shouldn't go, and the court shouldn't link your property to that lawsuit, right? So if you have this cash value growing here, they can't link these 7702 products to your assets. So it is not considered. Even if you lose the case, your money is safe. They can't take it. So that is asset protection. So what we are talking about, how your savings, how to be protected, how they can grow, right? Now tax deferred earning, now flexibility you have education fund source you can use for anything you want, even for instead of 529 plan, maybe you can use these products for your kids education. You can use for retirement income because they are tax free. You can use for long-term care. You can use for estate planning. So there are a lot of benefits, right? Many people do not know about that. Now, how this works? So, for example, if you have this is a stock market, they invested in an index. Now, if you look at this 3 years, so this is an annual example. Now, how they got a 0.75% guarantee floor, even when the market was down. So here it was negative, but you got a guarantee. So that is how it works. Now, if you have a positive, which is more than 15%, so even if it is 23%, you get only 15% because there is a cap, right? So if it is less than 15%, whatever is the return, you get the full return. So in the three options here, negative, you get 0.75, more than 15, you get 15. It is less than 15, you get whatever it was. Now, if you look at the average for the last from 2000 to 2019, it is 7.94. Are the banks giving this much return? No. This has a guarantee future and better returns. You have to, because tomorrow cannot be predicted, you have to go on the back test, right? Now, if you look at between people think, okay, let me invest only in S&P index. No, how did the S&P index grow? If you take an average, not on a yearly basis, if you take an average, S&P index until 2020, it was an average of 3.62%, because sometimes it was negative positive. In IUL, what happened? Because there is no negative on this side, because there is a protection. Now, on the upper side, if you average, now it is coming to 7.2%. Now, which is better? Investing here, pay taxes, or investing in 7702 products and do not pay taxes, right? 7.2% no taxes, or 3.62% and pay taxes. That is which is good. You can easily decide. It doesn't require a rocket science to calculate. Now you can easily think. So that's how you need to understand what are available, right? Now, how they can give guarantee? Everyone asks this question. How they can guarantee? See, for example, if you pay $100, right? Now, $100 they divide into 95 and $5. So $95 is invested into mortgage securities, and they make sure that their 95 is becoming $100. So your $100 is safe. Now, what is happening to this $5? They buy S&P LEAP contracts. Now, that contract, it can go up or it can go down end of the year. Now, if it goes up, you get $12. Now, if it goes down, which is less than the price you bought, less than $1,000, 900 is less, negative, right? So if it goes negative, you get nothing. So that is how it works. So that $5 is either you get up to $12 or up to $0. So how they do? They divide this into, for example, if you invest every month, you are investing 100. So they take as a 12 segments, 12 segments. Okay. Now we have from Jan to Jan. You started in January investing $100. From Jan to Jan next year, the index moved. Maybe at this point, the index was 1,000 points. Maybe invest in S&P index, 1,000 points. So it is a 12% increase from Jan to Jan. So that means you got a 12% return. Now 12% return. So for $100, what you had, that is carry forward here, plus $12 is added. Again, you invested $100 every month because you're investing every month, right? Now the total segment value is 212. Now again, when it comes to February, you started with 100, market was negative 12% from February to February. Now because it is 0%, you get $0 because you have a protection that your money principal will never go down. Now you added $100 more from your account for the February month. Now you have $200. Now third month it is moved 15%. It was a good market, March to March, but you get only 12% because anything more than 12%, there is a cap there. So your segment will be 201, right? So like that, it will be go on the investing in the indexes. They calculate year to year. So that is how the IUL works. Now, when it comes to VUL, we discussed, okay, it's too risky. So they calculate on a daily basis based on the end of the day market. Each fund net asset value is calculated, and so your account value reflects accordingly. Now yesterday market was up 50 points in Nasdaq. Now based on your fund where they invested, maybe it will move a little bit up. So every day your value is growing if it is market is up. If it is going down, your value goes down. So see, this is an example. When you started investing, maybe you invested here or here. Now what is happening? The market went from this April to as of today, the market is only up. So your account is doing very good. Now assume you started investing here at the peak, the market fell down. So obviously your account value also will go down. But because they use a dollar cost averaging concept, so you're averaging your prices. So you bought here, or you bought here, you bought here, again they buy here. Now still waiting if it goes down or goes up. So based on the month on that particular day, they buy again. Right? That is a dollar cost average. That helps your account a lot. Now, so if you see even big people, how they use the insurance policies, you can say McCain took life insurance policy for a loan. So even if you see, why would a billionaire needed 200 million life insurance policy? Everyone takes these policies, and because the loans are tax free. Tax free makes a lot of difference. That is the reason when the people have money, they invest. When they need that money, they take it as a lump sum money, and they do not pay taxes. Right. So if you look at the new rule, why they're avoiding backdoor IRA? So mainly because people are misutilizing it. So they're not paying taxes. So that is what they found out in the research. That is the reason they're stopping backdoor conversion. So this is called variable annuity. I like it a lot. We call it as a self-made pension. Now, how it works? See, for example, you are at age 65. So these are, as I mentioned, pension or like annuities or like a pension plan. They have fixed annuities and variable annuities. So what we are talking is a variable annuity. Assume that at 65, you invested 100K. Now, the concept of this is if market did not move up from 65 to 66 1 year, your money is still 100K. Now, in this case, what happens if the money is still 100K, did not move up? There is addition of 6% to your account. There are two accounts in parallel going, which is your real account as well as a guarantee account. So in this guarantee account, your 100 has become 106. 6% is added to your account because it did not grow. So there is an option where you can take 4%, 5%, 6% guarantee for a little fees. And that means here you are getting 6% added to your account, guaranteed if the market is not moving. Now at 66, now these two accounts are in sync. 100K is growing, 106 is growing. Now how it grows? 100K has become 115,000, right? Now 115,000, okay, it moved up a lot. Now for 106, if they add 6% guarantee, it will not be more than 115. So what they do, they reset it. So that means 115 is what they reset. Because by adding the 6% guarantee, your account is not growing more than what is required. Now, this account, the guarantee account cannot be less than your contract value. So that's why what they did, they reset it. So 115 is 150. Okay. Now next year from 67 to 68, now 115 has become 180. It did not grow that much, but it is positive. It did not grow that much. Now what happens? They add 6% to 115. Now the value of that account will be 121. So if you see 118, 121, there is a difference, right? Now again, the next year you had 140K. Market went up very good. Now in this case, 129, if they add 6%, it is less than 140. Now they reset it back to 140. Now again, next year from 69 to 70, this is the year you wanted to retire. Now what happened? 140 has become 120. Market fell down a lot. Now what is happening to your guarantee account? They add 6% to 140. Now it is 148.40. Now you had two accounts at the time of retirement. You want 120K or 148K. So the pension is decided based on your guarantee account. So you can have more money as your pension value. Right? This is how the annuities work on variable side. Now there's a difference between variable and fixed annuity. Now here So here this person moved 200K in a variable annuity and also 200K in a fixed annuity. Now fixed annuity, the option how it works is, in this case, for example, this provider is giving 20% bonus added to your benefit base. So that I said there are two accounts going in sync. One is the contract value, another one is the benefit base. So here also you have contract value and the guarantee value, right? Now here 20% is added immediately to the benefit base, not your contract value. They are not giving the money to you, but it is added to your guarantee account where your 200 you deposited, 40,000 is added to your account. So in this case, it is not doing that way, but there are different benefits there. Now, what is happening? They calculate how this is growing in a different way into 175%. So we discussed that more in detail, but in general, the understanding is how the accounts grow, the difference between fixed and variable. Now here, so this is accumulated value, which is like a real account, how that is growing. So that doesn't have an extra percentage here. So it's basically calculating the 15.87% from the market return. This is a 2-year segment. 1 year will be 0, 1 year will be 1 year will be the market rate, whatever the rate it is. So again 0, again the market return, 0 market return, right? So this is growing in a different way. This is growing in a different way. So now what is the main goal here? At the age of 70 years, now you wanted to retire, how much you are getting? You invested 200K, the market is growing, my account is growing with the market, and you get 42,000, right, per year for lifelong. So that is the pension. That means you have a regular income to your bank at this locked rate. This is a fixed product. Now same 200, so what at the age of 70, you end up with 42,000. Now in variable, what happens? The same way the contract value is increased based on the calculation of every year return. So whatever that year return that fund is having, so that is added to your account. Now what is and also there is a guarantee account. So as we explained in the above example, it will reset if it is less than 6%. If not, the 6% is added when the market is negative. So it is calculation is every year what the returns are from the market. It can be negative, positive. If it is negative, 6% is added. If it is positive, the full return is added. Right now, here the calculation is whatever return it is. So now how you got this money is based on 19.2%. Your 200 became 216 by 8% return. Your 216 became 257 based on 19% return. So like that, it will be go on adding, and your guarantee value also grows. Now here at the age of 70, in this case, same example, 200K, you put it in variable, but you are able to select the funds you want. Now here, what is happening at the age of 70, you're at 4%. This is called as a required minimum distribution number. So at 4%, they calculate the guarantee value amount. So that means you have two accounts here, 1.1 million and 3.3 million. So 4% of 3.3 million, you are logged in at 134,000. So 134,000 for life. Is it guarantee that you are getting 134,000? No, because this is the back testing. Future, how the market performs, no one knows. This is an example that if this returns repeat, you may get this value. So it all depends on how the market performs. It can be more, less, we don't know. But this example shows how these products work, right? So here you get 134,000 for life. For the same 200, here you get 42,000 for life, same 200, for same 200K. But what is the difference? You have more risk in variable because if the market goes down, the chances are reducing. But here, the option is you have 6% guarantee. So here there is 0% guarantee, but your money never goes negative. So annuities are for people who are looking for lifetime pension on an assumption that what if you live longer than the anticipated. So that we discussed first, right? First slide. So what if you're living longer? Now how to protect? You did not plan till 90 years. You planned only till 75. Now 75 to 90 years, who is giving that gap? So these pensions will help you. So even if your account goes to 0, you will get it. Okay. So fixed annuities are for people who are looking for safe returns on market downtrend, average up to 6%. And variable annuities are for people who are looking to capture full market returns on uptrend and 6% on the downtrend. It all depends on provider to provider, product, how the product is designed. So there is a lot of risk involved in variable products than the fixed products. It all depending on the suitability, what type of risk level you as an individual are, right? Now, if you look at this fixed annuity, now you can see the reason for this is when you invested 200, how the money is growing and what is the pension you are getting. Starting here 65, you're getting 34,000. So later on, once you take out your money, now what is happening at the age of 78, your account becomes zero. And even when your account is zero, you're getting the pension, right? You're getting the pension every year that is covering some expenses for you. So that is the advantage of because you cannot predict what is your life cycle. Now you are getting this amount every year as a pension, and then the remaining money, if the money is positive, if you don't, every year market is growing and money is positive in your account, if something happens to you, that money goes to your kids. The money is not taken by the company. So what if your money is left in your account, when you die, that money is going to your kids. Now if money is not there, kids will not get anything, you get pension until you leave. That is the advantage of annuities. So there is something called long-term care. Long-term care is it's generally not a medical care, but sometimes called activities of daily living. So this is basically something happens, you are driving a car, you lost an eye, and you can't do any of two of these activities, bathing, dressing, you need some help. So to pay for that expenses, now that is when LTC comes into place. You are in a hospital, so a lot of expenses are there in these cases. Now that is when people go with LTC. So why LTC has been helpful is because 7 out of 10 people, right, in America, now they are looking for LTC at some point in their life cycle. So that is why they are widely sold products. If you look, when you expect an LTC, now the average cost is 91,250 every year. Now, did you save for that? Who will give that money, right? So that is what you need to plan. LTC is also a very good product. Now, how it works, it has a traditional LTC, use it or waste it, or life, you have death benefit, living benefit, and LTC. You can have multiple ways designed with the LTC. So here, for example, you pay starting 40 years old, now you are paying only 6,500 every year. Now you are covering 500 LTC. At present, you are not using because you are healthy. But what if you get to use this 500K when you are 80 years old, right? That is when it is helpful. Now, why many people say, why can't I add my LTC as a rider in IUL or VUL? So that is possible. But what happens is in IUL or VUL, it is a cash accumulation. You try to take the money, right? So what you do, you try to take your accumulated value when you are 65 at the retirement. Now you may use from 65 to 75 all the money you have. Now, when you use that money, your death benefit and LTC both are decreased. Now, what happens? Now, 75 something happened. When is LTC? Most of the time, people use it around 70, from 70 to 80 or 85. Now, at that time, if you don't have money in your account, now where you look at the LTC from? You don't have money, right? Because you use the money, your death benefit has decreased, and you don't have it. So that is the reason people take LTC as a separate entity and as a separate product. So that will help them. How much you're investing on 65,000? That is helping up to 500K of your money, right? There are many ways you can also, if you're not using, you can get back what you paid. So there are different types of strategies. So that is all depends on product to product. So typical asset allocation, what people do based on my knowledge or experience, what I've contacted with the clients. So most of them put money into 401k stock. The red is more. Everyone has a house, but most of the money after the house is going to stock market. Now, is that a good? No, you need to diversify. So what we discussed, so put little amount here in this red thing. Then you have annuities, IUL, Roth IRA, green products. You can invest that. Then you have a home. So you're diversifying your money in a better way, right? You need to plan. Time is money. So if you want to have a good old age life, then basically you need to have at least one long-term care, estate planning, annuity, insurance. These are all required. So if you can also see life insurance to lower their taxes, many people take it. Why they take it? No federal or state income tax, no capital gains tax, no net investment income tax, no FICA tax, no impact on AMT. no impact taxation on social security, no impact on Medicare premiums. So what are there are a lot of benefits? Many people do not know the benefits. So they think, oh, life insurance, I don't like it. They take a lot of fees. And you should understand how it works, right? What are the benefits? You can deep dive and understand things. Now, what are your goals? Now, how to plan for college savings, how to plan your mortgage, how to diversify money in safe, risky accounts, how to save tax, how to protect family assets, how do you manage your own money, when do you want to retire your job, what else would you like to achieve in your life, or are you looking for business opportunity? So what is your goal? Come up with your goals, then see, okay, there are ways to achieve your goals. Only thing is you need guidance, right? Now, how it works here, we as a uh, so if you are thinking this as a business opportunity, how this industry works is, see, for example, you are a financial advisor, you write a license, you become a financial advisor, you understand the products. So you have a financial planning to your clients. Now the clients open an account because they liked. So there are many providers around there. Now it has to, as I told you, you cannot directly go and open an account. It has to go through an agent or through a broker dealer. Now you are acting as an agent who is a financial advisor. You are reaching out to your clients. Clients are interested. They're opening somewhere the accounts based on their suitability, whatever product they want. Tons of products available. The commissions go to their broker, and the broker pays the commission back to the financial advisor. Now, this is how, in a general, a loop works. It's the same everywhere. Even if you buy a house, it goes to a broker. Broker shares the commission to agent. So that is how it works, right? So if you look at the products, there are tons of products. We don't even know like what products are available. Does I know all the products? What you see here, 462? No, I don't know. But I know what are the best available products sold in the market, what people are liking. Start from there, right? So is that suitable to your client? So that is how we come up. What are the different ways if you want to start as a financial career? First thing is, if you are satisfied, I mean, if you are satisfied with your career, what you are doing right now, and you are getting good income, but you need to plan your finances so you can become a client. Now you need someone to help you, guide you where to put your money, right? Now, if you would like to make extra money just by referring people, so we do the work, you get 50% of the revenue. But how it works, you should have a license. So definitely here, whatever you want to do, because it's a regulated industry, you should have a license. Now you can make it as a part-time, or you can have two jobs. It doesn't matter. There is no conflict of interest as long as you're not working for a financial company. And full-time, you can become a full-time also. It is based on how your time allows. Now, what is the investment? So for every business, you should have investment, right? Without investment, there is no business. So in this, you pay only one-time $100 membership fee, which is your investment. So for example, if you have a Subway, you need to pay $70,000 deposit. If you want a McDonald's, 2.3 million. So that is the investment, and you get the returns based on the investment. So what is the break-even point? It takes a lot of time. So here, what is the investment? $100. Now, what are you getting? You get financial knowledge sessions and invitations to big conventions. Now, what sessions will help you to understand what products are available. You can do it on your own, right? For your own finances, you should not try to understand, right? And you can have a financial strategy for your family. Learn how to manage money in stocks, 401k, IRA, tax saving investment accounts. So for every job, there is a requirement. So it is not, see, for example, if you are a computer engineer, you need to, if you are a programmer, you need to understand how to write a code. That is a requirement. So for any job you wanted to earn something for your life, now you need to have a requirement. So here, what is the requirement to be successful and to earn part-time or full-time income? Just by sharing your knowledge you need. So what do you need? Dedication. You need to spend at least weekly 2 hours of your time over the weekend. So here you're not putting money, right? You're putting your knowledge. So to understand that knowledge, you need to learn. Now you need to spend some time to understand that. So if that is not there, then how will you earn? So that is one thing. Spend time to understand the products, because tons of products are there. You will have guidance from us on understanding the products, but you need to spend your own time. Now communicate with friends and family. Just Nowadays, it's all electronic world. It is easy to communicate. Here, you're trying to help. See, one thing: as long as you're not taking a dollar from your client, it is like you're doing a help. If you are taking some money and helping them, that is a service, right? When you're helping people, you should be very happy that you're helping people because you're not charging them anything, right? You are also wasting time. You're helping them understand things for their better future, and that is a real help because you're not taking anything. Now, build trust and referral come automatically. So you need to build trust. So never think on how to earn money. Instead, try to build the trust by listening to them. Have patience to listen. They have a lot of questions, right? So you need to understand to answer the questions. You need to sit and listen to them, answer them. Then people will reject. Okay, accept the rejections and do not lose hope. So if you can withhold all this, if you can get to these things, because there is no investment part, you're not putting money to invest, you're trying to learn and share, right? So then it is possible you can earn the commissions from the provider itself, right? You're not charging money from the client, but the providers are paying you the commissions. Now, all these sessions, like we conduct these sessions, you can attend every weekly sessions. So you learn a lot of products because the experts already did this homework. They are trying to help you how it works so that you understand faster. You're not wasting time in learning, and you can explore more if you are interested in that particular product, right? So we are a one-time solution. Our solutions are like everything in a under roof because we have both securities as well as the life license. So in the last slide, we saw Transamerica is on the securities side, fixed side is a World Financial Group. So we do everything: tax savings, investment, estate planning, protection, retirement, and college funding. So, but for these, some has different licenses you need to complete. Some has different. If you can take all the licenses like me, you can do any product you want, right? Now, there are different types of market if you want to proceed this as your part-time job or anything. So warm market, cold market, and the referral market. So referral market is the best because once you build the trust, they tell to their friends, like you get a lot of referrals. Because nowadays, the people, they can't spend that much time listening to the clients. So if you, as long as you can spend time, try to understand, that is when you're not thinking, your mindset is not thinking of on the earning side, and rather than on the helping side, the trust is automatically built, right? Here now, why it is best? This is a business platform because you're individual. You can decide your own time. There are no employees, no inventory, no payroll. So no liabilities, no HR department. So you are individual, 1099. You get the income. It's a part-time, no pressure. So if it works out, you are doing the business. At least you get a satisfaction that you are helping your friends and family. Right? Now there are multiple ways to get paid in WFG. One is the personal skill. If you have seen the cash flow, what I have mentioned in previous slides, this is basically from the personal skill. I did not build that big team, but you can see that this also, if you can be consistent and if you can show, spend time, this is also possible one way. Another way is team building. You can get a passive income. You can build up a team under you. The team builds up their team. So everyone is like a chain growing where you get a passive income. So this is another way of doing. So we get more details when you talk to your SMD. Now, this is how there are two ways you can make personal skills as well as the team build. Now, the compensation side, it is very good. Like if associates, if you see, based on the level, they can earn from anywhere from 4,000 to 51,000. If you're an SMD, from 7,000 to 92,000. So all the part-time, full-time, how much you spend. So the maximum, for example, if you look here, if you're an SMD and the least is 68,000, the highest is 593. So if you look at my cash flow in a year, so this is coming to around here. So for that, but it is not a 2 hour time. I had to, as a part time, I had to spend again 6 to 7 hours to reach out to people and work on this, explain, understanding the products. A lot of time you need to spend to reach this goal. Then you can make it as a full time if you want, right? So, but even at a part time basis, if you have a team under you and if you have both life and securities license, it is possible even as a part time. So when I could achieve part time at this rate, Now that means it is doable with anyone. Now, so there are two types of people: introvert and extrovert. Now, people who know me, I'm an introvert. I never thought I talk this much. I only if I'm comfortable, only if I'm confident, I talk to people, right? So, but I was able to do it. So it is not that I'm introvert. I don't talk to people. It's very difficult. Without trying, you can't tell that. So that is how when I first joined, I was thinking the same way. I was thinking, okay, can I do this? I have to talk to people. Who will talk? No one will listen to me. It's not like that. Without trying, you cannot say. Are you losing anything? You're not losing anything. $100, you're learning a lot of stuff for yourself. If it is not working out, it is not for you. Maybe it is working out. You can, right? You can do part time. Your main thing here is not only that earning, you're also helping people. So anyone can do it. What type you are, it doesn't matter. Only thing is knowledge, learning, and communicating. What you learned is the key. Now, knowledge management doesn't happen until somebody reuses something, right? So I like from Call where he says all life is problem solving. Definitely, it is true. You can sit down and see how you are solving the puzzles to live your life, right? It is not that easy. So people, I heard people, I work this company, he's taking 10 to 12 hours of my time. I'm very busy. I don't have time for anything. You're working more, you're not getting paid. All these complaints are coming, but they have to have one job. So when you have a second job, you're trying your first job, you can take it a little bit lighter if that works out, right? So you have some confidence level building there. Now you can say to your boss, if they're giving more work, sorry, boss, I can't do it that much work. That is too much load to me. Now people are worried if I tell that what my boss will think because they don't have other extra income or something else. Now, if you have something which you're trying without any investment, obviously you can think, okay, this is doable, right? And definitely, thank you for attending this session. Please fill the feedback form available from the link provided in chat window. So we definitely want your feedback. Any improvements we'll definitely make based on that.